Good morning. Welcome to Stretch, Move, and Balance. Sorry, I think I'm about a minute late. I'm as you can see, Studio A at the Y now, and it's taking me a little bit of time to figure out how to do everything here rather than in my office at home. So welcome. You will need a chair today and your smile. About all we need is some water. So make sure there's nothing around your chair. And I'm going to get the music going here, maybe. It logged me out again. And there we go. And we'll start here, maybe. Okay, so Mary is going to be watching a little bit and trying to help if the sound isn't quite right. But basically, we're going to try to go with just my voice without the mic because the mic has been cutting in and out. So, like I said, you'll need a chair. Just put it to one side, and we're going to get warmed up. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And a nice deep breath and exhale. And big circles with those shoulders all the way around. And another nice deep breath. And then reach higher with that right hand. And then higher with the left. And higher with the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And bring those arms down, big circles with those shoulders. And then put your fingertips on your rib cage, open that rib cage up, and pull it together. And open, and together. Open it up, and together. And open, and together. And get those shoulders down and back. Take your arms out to the side, move your feet about shoulder distance apart, and just slide that rib cage from side to side. Just moving above the waist. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Breathe. And bring those arms down, bring your feet about hip distance apart, soften those knees. Just take the hips side to side. And stop in the middle. Now soften those knees, squeeze your glutes, tilt your pelvis under, and relax. Bend the knees, squeeze, tilt, and relax. Bend, squeeze, tilt, and relax. And bend, squeeze, tilt, and relax. Now bend those knees, keep them bent, circle those hips all the way around. Keep breathing. And go the other direction. And sit back on that tall bar stool, bring those arms up, lift your right heel and put it down, lift the left one, and down, right, and down, left, and down, right, and down, left, and down. One more time on the right, and down, and left, And bring those arms down, circle those shoulders. Now, weight on your heels. I want you to lift your toes up off the floor. Keep the weight back there on your heels. Suck in those abs. Stick your glutes back. Sit down. And come up. And down. And up. Down. And up. And down. And circle those shoulders. And we're going to do some balance. So I'd like for you to come to the left-hand side of your chair. The chair is there if you need to grab hold of it, okay? If you don't, that's fine. You're going to put all of your weight onto your right leg. With your left leg, bring it out forward. Now, easiest, you're going to have your toe here where you can tap it on the floor. If you want it a little more challenging, pick the toe up off the floor. If you want it a little more challenging, bring the knee up. Shoulders down and back, heart lifted, abs in. Do not lock. Your right knee is soft. And breathe. Nice deep breaths. And then if you want, take the leg out to the left. Keep your shoulders facing forward. And if you'd like, turn your head up over your right shoulder. And breathe. And look back to the front. Bring that knee back to the front. And put it down. Shake it off. Let's go to the other side. So now, all the weight is going on that left leg. Remember, heart in, abs tight, glutes are squeezed, shoulders are down and back, the chair is there if you need to hold it. Let's bring that right leg out front. You may tap your toe, or if you want, you can pick it up. And if you want to go further, you bring the knee up. Stand up nice and tall. Breathe. And then if you want, you take the knee out to the right. And turn your head, look over your left shoulder. And look back to the front. Bring that leg back to the front. And put it down. Shake it off. All right. Now, we're going to stretch our quads, the front of your legs here. So I want you to stay here on the right-hand side of your chair. It's there to hold on to if you need to. You're going to bring your right foot forward. You're going to put the toe of your left foot on the floor behind you, and you're going to wiggle it back a couple of feet. I want your shoulders centered between your feet. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see that. Shoulders centered between your feet. You're going to bend both knees. Think about the front of your left hip. I want you to push it forward or tilt the pelvis under so you can feel the stretch down the front of your leg. If you don't feel it, you wiggle the back foot back further and you bend the knees more. Keep the heart lifted, keep the shoulders centered between your feet, and breathe. Nice deep breath. You should feel this down the front of your left leg, whichever one you put in the back. Try bending the knees just a little more. And back up. Shake it off. Let's go to the other side. All right. Now, the weight It's going to be on your left foot. Put the right toe on the floor behind you, wiggle it way back. Remember, get those shoulders centered between those feet. All 10 toes are facing forward. Bend both knees. Think about the front of your right hip. Push it forward or tilt your pelvis under. You feel it down the front of the leg. If you don't feel it, wiggle the feet further apart, bend the knees more. Keep that heart lifted, shoulders down and back, and breathe. Make sure you're not rolling onto the inside of your foot in the front. Nice deep breaths. And you can wiggle it back a little more, bend the knees a little more. And bring it up, shake it off. All right. Now, if you want to go to a wall, you may. You don't mind putting your hands on your wall. If you don't want to go to a wall, you certainly do not have to. I want you to take your right hand. You're going to put it up on the wall shoulder height, or you're going to hold it out in front of you shoulder height. Now, if you're standing in a wall, you keep your hand on the wall and you turn your feet. Turn your hips, your body, your whole body to the left. If you're not standing in a wall, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to pull that elbow way back. Don't twist your body though. You keep facing forward. Both of these will work. I don't know about you, but I don't like to paint my walls. So if I was at home, I'm not sure I'd be putting my hand up on the wall. Breathe. You should feel this in the front of your shoulder. If you have your hand on the wall, turn back and face the wall, step up close, and then keep turning to your right. If you're not at a wall, bring the arm back in front, and then bring it across in front of you. And then take your hand here, put it on the top of your arm, and pull it a little further. You should feel this in the back of your shoulder. So if your hand's on the wall, you turn your whole body away, or if you're not using the wall, you're pulling the arm across in front of you. Regardless of where you are, you're breathing. Your right shoulder is relaxed. And bring it down, hold that shoulder. Okay, if you're using the wall, switch arms, left hand up, or if you're not, left hand up in front. If you're using the wall, turn to your right. If you're not using the wall, take the arm as far back behind you as you're able without twisting your body. I don't want you to twist your body, you're just taking your arm back. You should feel this in the front of your shoulders. Shoulder, just one. Breathe. Make sure the shoulder is relaxed. And then you can bring the arm back, or you can turn back and face the wall. If you're facing the wall, keep the hand there, and you turn to your right as far as you can go. If you're not using the wall, bring the arm across in front of your body, grab above your elbow, and pull a little further. Now relax the shoulder. Don't want it up here, it's down here. You feel this in the back of your shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And bring that arm back, roll that shoulder. Okay, now I'd like to stretch our calves. So everybody come back to your chair, please. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stand behind your chair. Both hands are on your chair. You're going to take your right foot. You're going to put the ball of your foot on the floor back behind you. You're going to wiggle it way back. Then the next thing you're going to do is try to push the heel down to the floor. And then the next thing you're going to do is bend that front knee more. I want you to feel a stretch in the calf of your right leg. Try to keep the heart lifted as opposed to leaning forward here. Stay up nice and tall. If you don't feel it, you have to bend that front knee more, or wiggle the foot back further. Nice deep breaths. And then bring that foot up. And let's change. Put the left toe on the floor behind you. Wiggle it way back. Push the heel down to the floor. And then bend that front knee till you can feel the stretch in the calf, the leg and the back. Relax your shoulders. Keep your heart lifted. Don't round forward. And if you need more, move the foot back some more or wiggle the front knee more. Nice deep breaths. And then bring the foot up, bring it back forward, and have a seat. Have a drink of water. You did bring water, right? Of course, it's Arizona. Some of us. All right. Now, sitting up nice and tall, you're sitting forward in your chair about maybe halfway. I'd like for you to take your right leg, either cross your ankle and let the knee hang way out to the side, or if you're able, put the ankle above your knee and then try to get the lower part of your leg parallel to the floor. Now check the left foot. It's directly below your knee. It's not under the chair or out here on the side or something weird. It's under your knee. Sit up really tall. Relax your shoulders. Lead with your chest and lean forward till you can feel the stretch in your right hip, or whichever one the leg is on the top. And breathe. Nice even breaths. And then slowly come up. Keep everything where it is. Turn both of your shoulders towards the left wall. Sit up tall. Once again, leaning with your chest. Bring your chest down towards your right foot. That should change a little bit where you're feeling it in your right hip. And of course, remember, we're still breathing. And slowly come back up. Now turn both shoulders towards the right wall. Sitting up tall, bring your chest down towards your right knee. Once again, it should change just a little bit where you feel the stretch in your right hip. slowly come back up, face the front, and let's change legs. So, left leg, either ankles crossed with the knee out to the side, or if you can, put the ankle above your knee. Remember, trying to get the leg parallel to the floor. Your right foot is directly beneath your right knee. Sit up really tall, lead with your chest, and come straight forward. And please remember, if you're joining me live after class, either click on the like button or the heart button, or just send a little message that says, "Hi Jane," something so that we know that you were here. Or if you're watching this as a video, basically do the same thing if you would please. And sitting back up, turn both shoulders towards the right wall, sit up tall, lead with your chest, keeping the back flat, and come straight forward, bringing your chest down towards your left foot. And slowly come back up. Turn both shoulders towards the left wall, sit up tall, bring your chest down towards your left knee. And slowly come back up, face the front, take that down, roll those shoulders. Sounds like we have a little excess noise out there, clicking and clacking. Now, if you'd like, sit all the way back in your chair, have some support for your back. We're going to work on our neck a little bit, keeping those shoulders down and back. Just turn your head, look over your right shoulder. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And slowly come back to the front. And turn, look over your left shoulder. And back to the front. Roll those shoulders. And then bring your chin down towards your chest. Keep sitting up tall, don't round over. Shoulders are still down and back. You can feel both shoulder blades touching the back of the chair. You should feel this in the back of your neck. Slowly bringing that chin back up, turn your head halfway to the right, and bring your chin down in front of your right shoulder. Feel it on the back left side of your neck. Keep those shoulder blades pushed into the chair. Keep sitting up tall. And then bring the chin up, turn your head. Bring your chin down in front of the left shoulder. And bring the chin back up, head back to the front, roll your shoulders. All right, now scoot just a little bit forward on your chair, bring your right arm out. I'd like you to touch your right shoulder. Now, just bring the elbow across in front of you, relax the shoulder, and then lift up just a little bit on the elbow so you feel the stretch in the back of your arm, your triceps. Remember to breathe. And release it, change arms. Left arm, touch your shoulder, relax the shoulder, pull the elbow across in front, and then just lift up on it just a little bit so you can feel the stretch in the back of your left arm. Nice deep breaths. And release it. Roll that shoulder. And I sense we're all going to sleep. So stand back up. And all right. Now, I'd like for you to interlock your fingers behind your back. Then, next thing you're going to do is straighten your arms. Try to push your palms together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then lift your hands. You should feel this across your chest and in the front of your shoulders. And of course, we're still breathing. Now, the best part about this stretch, not yet, but when I tell you, you're going to let go. So 3, 2, let go. Roll those shoulders. And then I'd like for you to go behind your chair. Once again, I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what we're doing. You're going to have your hands on the back of your chair. Now, your heart's lifted, your abs are in. You're going to walk your feet back. Keep holding on to the chair. Keep the back flat. Now, when you're back about as far as you can go, you're going to soften those knees. You're going to think about your chest. You're going to pull your chest down towards your knees. But keep the back flat. You should feel this in your upper back. Maybe a little bit in the back of your shoulders. Be sure you're still breathing. And then coming out, lift your body back up again and slowly walk those feet back forward. And roll those shoulders. All right. Now, I want you to stay behind your chair. You're going to hold on to the back of your chair. I'm going to be in front of the chair because I want you to see for sure what we're doing here. So I'm moving my chair back a little bit. Now, you're holding on to your chair. I want you to take your feet as far apart as you can comfortably. Hold on to your chair. Take your right toe, turn it towards the right wall. Your left toe is facing forward, your shoulders are facing forward, and you're holding on to the chair. You're going to bend your right knee. I want you to feel the stretch in the inner thigh of the left leg. Now, if your knee is going to go past your toe, then you got to spread your feet further apart. And you keep bending. If you want to put one hand down here on your knee, if that feels more stable, that's fine. You're holding the chair, feel the stretch in the inner thigh. Keep the outside of that left foot on the floor. And keep bending till you can feel the stretch. See my imaginary chair here? And come back up. Turn all 10 toes forward. Then take your left toe, turn them to the side. Your right toes are facing forward, your shoulders are still forward, you're still holding on to the chair. Now we're going to start bending that left knee. And once again, if when your knee gets past your toe or to your toe, you're not feeling it, then you got to slide the feet further apart. And if you want, you can put one hand down here, still hold your chair. Or if your balance is pretty good, you can put this hand wherever it's comfortable for you. Breathe. Heart still lifted, not leaning forward. And come back up, all 10 toes facing forward. And slowly toe heel those feet back together. Shake it off. Have a seat. Have another drink of water, please. And you know when you're at home, I don't know what's in your water bottle, right? Okay, sitting up nice and tall. I want you forward about halfway in your chair. You're going to take your right leg. You may either cross your ankles with your knees squeezed together, or if it's comfortable for you, you may cross your knees. Sitting up very nice and tall, you're going to turn your whole body and look over your right shoulder. So take that left hand, put it on the outside of your knee to help twist you around a little bit. Keep your back nice and tall, chin parallel to the floor, and breathe. Relax your shoulders. And come back to the front. Just do a little counter twist feel for you. And then back to the front. Uncross and change legs. So either put the left ankle over with your knees squeezed together or cross your knees. Sit up very tall. Make sure that right foot's right under your, directly underneath your knee. Sit up tall, turn your whole body, look over your left shoulder. slowly come back to the front and do a little counter twist the other way. And back to the front, uncross those knees. And again, you may sit all the way back into your chair. And just going to loosen up our wrists a little bit. So just wiggle your fingers and then circle your wrists. And circle them the other way. Okay, and I'd like for you to put the tips of your fingers together. Now, if you have Duchenne disease, don't do this one. If you have Duchenne disease, I just want you to make a little fist and open your fingers up. If you don't, put your fingertips together. Now, think of your hands as being a granddaddy long legs. Your fingers are his legs. He's on a mirror, and he's going to do push-ups. So lowering down, all the way down, push your palms together, his body hit the floor. Now pushing on the tips of your fingers, lift him back up. And take him down. And up. Down. And up. Down. And up. Down. And chin. Little fingers. All right. Now I'm going to try to stretch the sides of our body here. Take your left hand, hold on to your chair. Right arm out to the side, palm up. Now, if you have shoulder issues, just bring the arm across and grab the opposite shoulder. If you don't have shoulder issues, bring the arm up above your head. Now, everyone reach higher with that arm or your shoulder. If you're here, you got to lift your shoulder up. Now, if you do not have any issues in your lower spine, instead of lifting up, you may relax and just lean over to the side. But we don't lean over like this if you have any issues in your spine. Instead, you reach to the ceiling. Keep both sit bones on the chair and breathe. And slowly come back up. Bring that arm down, roll that shoulder. And let's do the other side. So right arm, grab your chair, left arm, either grab your shoulder if you've got a bad shoulder, or palm up, reach up. If you have any issues in your spine, regardless of where your arm is, you're just going to lift higher. If you don't have issues in your spine, instead of lifting higher, you may lean over to the side. And slowly come back up. Roll that shoulder. And once again, I'm sensing that you're asleep. So stand back up. All right. I'd like for you to come to the right-hand side of your chair. You're going to put the weight on your left leg. You're going to put the heel of your right foot on the floor in front of you. Pull the toe up towards your shins Stick your glutes back. Lead with your chest. Keep your back flat. Lean forward until you can feel the stretch all the way down the back of your right leg. Now, I don't care where you put your hands, whether they're on the chair or your leg or the top of your head, except no hands on the right leg or the straight leg. Please, put them anywhere else, but not on the right leg. Think about lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Got that little noise going on again. Relax your shoulders. And slowly come back. Shake it off. And go to the other side of your chair. So now you're on the left side of your chair. You're going to take your left leg, put the heel on the floor in front of you, pull the toe up towards your shin. Once again, hands can be anywhere except not on the left leg. Anywhere else. Put them on top of your head. I really don't care. Stick your glutes back. Lead with your chest. Lean forward till you can feel the stretch all the way down the back of your left leg. Keep pulling that toe up towards your shin. Think about lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then slowly come back and shake it off. Now we're going to go a couple of minutes past our stop time because I started a couple of minutes late today. Hopefully I'll have my act together next week. Okay, now you may go to the back of your chair or you can come to the side of your chair and put your hands down in the seat of the chair. It's up to you. Then I want you to walk your feet back until your feet are under your hips and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Soften your knees just a little bit. Now think about your upper back, your cat. You just saw a big old dog. So I want you to round the upper back up. And then I want you to come back down to neutral. Then I want you to arch your lower back. Lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulders and your head up towards the ceiling. This is called the cow. It's like an old way back horse or cow. Okay, so exhale in the cow. Then inhale in the cow. You go at your speed with your breath. Exhale in the cow. Inhale in the cow. And cow. And cow. Cow. And cow. And cow. And cow. Then go to neutral. Bring the feet forward, stand back up. Big circles of the shoulders all the way around. And then I'd like for you to put your shoulder blades back there in your hip pockets. Keep your hearts lifted, your abs in, and smile till you go to bed tonight. Thanks for joining me. I hope you'll come back again. Now you have to look at this funny thing while I come up here and stop the video.